Zeppa wants freedom. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and a babbling brook, there lived a man named Zeppa. Zeppa was a hardworking man with a loving wife named Lila and a delightful daughter named Mia. Their home was a warm and welcoming place, filled with laughter and love. As the years passed, Zeppa found himself growing restless. The routine of everyday life had started to weigh on him, and he began to feel like something was missing. It was during this time that he met Juju, a woman who was as enchanting as her name suggested. She had a smile that could light up a room and a kindness that drew people to her. Zeppa and Juju's paths crossed one sunny afternoon at the local farmer's market. They struck up a conversation over a basket of ripe peaches, and from that moment, a spark ignited between them. They couldn't help but be drawn to each other, and their friendship soon blossomed into something more. As the days turned into weeks, Zeppa found himself falling deeply in love with Juju. He couldn't deny the feelings that had taken root in his heart. He knew he had to make a difficult decision, one that would shatter the world he had built with Lila and Mia. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Zeppa mustered the courage to speak to Lila. He explained his feelings for Juju and how he believed that they had to part ways. Tears streamed down Lila's face as she tried to understand the impossible situation her husband had presented her with. Mia, their innocent daughter, clung to her mother's leg, sensing that something was amiss. Reluctantly, Lila agreed to a divorce, her heart heavy with sorrow. Zeppa moved out of their family home and into a small apartment in town, where he could be closer to Juju. At first, Zeppa and Juju were ecstatic. They spent their days exploring the town together, enjoying stolen moments of happiness. But there was a shadow that hung over their love. Juju confided in Zeppa that she couldn't leave her husband because of their young child. She was bound by a sense of duty to her family, and Zeppa had to accept that he could never have her completely. As time passed, the thrill of their secret romance began to fade, and Zeppa found himself torn between love and guilt. He had become an adulterer, living a life filled with lies and deceit. It weighed heavily on his conscience, and he realized that this wasn't the life he had imagined with Juju. One evening, under the soft glow of a street lamp, Zeppa and Juju met for what would be their last rendezvous. With tears in his eyes, Zeppa told Juju that he couldn't continue down this path. He realized that he had hurt his family deeply, and he couldn't bear to inflict any more pain. With a heavy heart, Zeppa said goodbye to Juju, his first love outside of his marriage. It was a painful farewell, but Zeppa knew it was the right thing to do. He had learned a valuable lesson about the consequences of his actions and the importance of honor and commitment. Zeppa returned to his family, seeking forgiveness and hoping to rebuild the life he had once cherished. It was a long and difficult journey, but with time, love, and patience, he and Lila worked through their troubles, and their bond grew even stronger. Zeppa's story served as a reminder that sometimes, the pursuit of fleeting happiness can lead to greater sorrow. In the end, he found that true happiness lay in the love and commitment he shared with his wife and daughter, the family he had almost lost. The end.